Oh man, so this year in 2022, we're getting a bunch of new laptops and I think we're gonna be in for a sweet show. So Intel, AMD, and NVIDIA just announced their newest stuff and it's just like big jumps in performance, some really big. So let's start off with Intel. This is a company that's been kind of eating sand for the past little bit. And this year, they're coming out of the gates super hard. So we're looking at the 12th gen Alder Lake mobile chips, and these look awesome. It's a brand new architecture. It's kind of like a split hybrid type CPU where it's got two types of cores. It's got performance cores and efficiency cores in the same package. And it's similar to like what ARM chips do, right? Like mobile chips and tablets, we've been seeing it for years, but Apple M1, like Apple Silicon, that's what they do as well. That split kind of specialization inside the CPU. And it's unlike anything that Intel's ever done. So you have these performance cores for the heavier tasks, but then you also have these efficiency cores that are there for the lighter stuff. But when you need the juice, when the system needs that extra kick, it'll activate all the cores and just push out the maximum performance. So at the top end, we have these 14 core chips with 6 performance and 8 efficiency cores, and they can hit up to 5 gigahertz. And they're also claiming a base power of 45 watts, but I imagine once you push the system, it'll break 100 watts pretty readily. But the thing that I'm most curious about is how this compares to M1 Max, like Apple's top of the line silicon right now. So that stuff, Apple's M1 Max and M1 Pro products, they are very, very energy efficient. Like that's what they emphasize with all their product material. This stuff, it's super powerful, but I'm curious how it stacks up in terms of energy efficiency because the performance claims are incredible. Like you're looking at 10 to 20% better in single threaded, but the multi-threaded, like up to 28% faster in games. And in terms of content creation, my God, like look at those numbers. You do not see this very often. 44% faster in Premiere Pro. Like look at the thing they're comparing it to. That's an 11th gen top of the line chip from last year from Intel. Like that was fast. It was already great. To get it 44% faster in 1 year, come on, dude, that's really impressive. And because these chips have efficiency cores, when you're not pushing the system hard, I feel like the system should be able to dial it down and just use very little energy when it's idling and if you're just doing light tasks. So Intel 12th gen, I think this is gonna be huge. I think this is like the biggest step they've made in their mobile tech in a really long time. And honestly, it's all because of the presence of AMD's really good stuff last year and Apple Silicon. Like, that's the truth. If it wasn't for those two companies, we'd probably be looking at like another iteration of 14 nanometer stuff from Intel. There you have it. Intel stuff looks really cool. And then there's also NVIDIA's new chips for laptops. So they have the mobile TI chips, so the 3080 Ti at the top end, all the way down to the 3050 at the bottom. They are claiming that the 3080 Ti has the performance that is equivalent to, if not better than, the Titan RTX from a couple of years ago, like the desktop version of that. So it's a decent bump up, and this is really just for like it's like a refresh in the middle of the year. I wouldn't expect any kind of revolutionary gains in terms of GPU performance, but it's just like a nice little bump up from their regular stuff. And then we have AMD. So they have their new 6000 series chips. These are still 8-core, but with an improvement in performance. So it's Zen 3 Plus, the 6 nanometer processor, and with the heavily anticipated RDNA 2 GPUs. So these are the same graphics as like Xbox Series S and the PS5. It's very capable stuff. Now, in terms of performance laptops, some of my favorite devices last year were running AMD chips, right? So like the G15, the Blade 14, the Legion 5, all of those devices that are running AMD 5000 series chips are now gonna be updated or upgraded to AMD 6000 stuff, which is fantastic. But the real winner here is the mid-tier stuff. So like the U processors, like regular laptops. These aren't gaming laptops. These are just regular, work laptops or hybrid laptops, regular laptops that now have access to RDNA 2 GPUs, which is incredibly powerful. This is supposedly 2 times the performance of the 5000 series APUs from last year. So we're looking at gaming performance that just was not possible with integrated graphics before. It's truly incredible. And the thing that's like taking my head is like, this is so disruptive because now you have these integrated graphics like APUs from AMD that they're so good that they remove the need for like the MX450 or anything from NVIDIA at that kind of tier, right? It's like you have these very gaming capable laptops that aren't being sold and priced as gaming laptops. Like you can be a student right now and be like, yo, mom, can you buy me this laptop? They would not ever think that it was a gaming laptop. It's a regular laptop, but because it's got the 6000 series APUs from AMD, they're gonna deliver really good gaming performance. Double the gaming performance we had last year. is gonna be good. Now, AMD also has a bunch of mobile GPUs, like dedicated discrete GPUs. They have some 6000S series stuff, as well as like some updated XT versions of their regular 6000 chips. I think it's cool, but I gotta test those GPUs out properly because they're not showing a whole lot in terms of performance, especially compared to what NVIDIA's offering at that tier. But overall, the laptops this year look just so good. Like all the players, Intel, AMD, Apple, no one else makes laptops, but the three big players, they're all in it and they're all competitive and like we're here for it, right? We get to see the fruits of competition and this year's very fruitful. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs if you liked it, subs if you loved it. See you guys next time.